Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm Cheryl,
And I'm Sherry.
and we're here talking about those ones that you can always count on, right? Those who
Right.
have your back no matter what.
Look, no matter what, but you saying that, but you also want those ones who are gonna hold you
So
accountable.
true.
You have to have those people that you can depend on, be it a family member or a
Mm-hmm.
friend, the ones who's just gonna stick there. You take a look back, you look at milestones. They were
Mm-hmm.
there to cover every milestone
Right.
with you, every celebration with you.
Right.
They're gonna celebrate for you and
Right.
with you. Just be happy, just be happy for you.
Right. Right.
But at the same token, they're gonna be the ones who during sad times are gonna be there too. You
Right.
can just pick up the phone and call because they're gonna be there.
Right.
There are gonna be people who see you when you're down. They're not gonna just leave you down, but they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna find a way
Mm-hmm.
to pick you up and
Right.
carry you until
Right.
you can get through
Till you can
what you're
get through,
going
right?
through.
And
Right.
most of the time, that's when you in that relationship and you going through in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got the ugly cry, like, and you got that girlfriend who's gonna always be there for you. But
Right.
you don't need that girlfriend that's gonna be like, "Girl, you were right, and you were wrong, right?"
Right.
Like
Right.
looking at you like that won't say
Right.
anything right then, but a
Mhm.
look at you and you know what that look mean like,
Girl, call me
girl,
later.
call me
Yeah,
later. We'll
call me
talk about
later.
this
We're
later,
gonna talk about
right?
we're gonna talk about this later. Are the ones who you're going on. You're just going through, and
Mm-hmm.
they gonna always be there. They'll know before you even call them and tell them,
Right.
what you're going through. They
Right.
just feel it,
Right.
And there are some people who in your life are just gonna do that,
Mm-hmm.
like I have my girlfriend Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, might not talk to her every day, might not talk to her every week, but we
Mm-hmm.
just always know. And girl,
And pick up where you left off,
right?
right?
Yeah, and there's never judgment or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that, but it's always just like, I'm so happy for you, and those are the people that
Right.
you want, and that it's actually genuine
Right.
when they say that.
Right. That's true. And you don't want those who are always in an amen corner, even when you're wrong. You need those friends also that will hold you accountable,
Right.
right?
So true. So
And
true.
if I could go ahead, because right here in Luke, he had some friends that he could count on, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Luke 5:18, it says, "And behold, men brought in a bed a man which was taken with palsy." So this
Mm-hmm.
was someone who was disabled and couldn't walk on his own, couldn't really move because palsy,
Mm-hmm. You're deformed,
you're very
basically.
deformed,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they said they sought means to bring him in. So that means they did whatever they needed to help him get to
Right.
see, watch this, and to lay him before him.
Mm-hmm.
So when it says to lay him before him, it means to lay him before Jesus.
Right.
So they knew Jesus could help, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they prayed about it, right? So there's that prayer partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't stop at prayer. Like, they put forth some action and they helped him and took him to where he needed to be to get what he needed to get, right?
Right. And you have to think about that whole situation,
Mm-hmm.
because it was a public place.
Yes.
And because they went through such great lengths
Mm-hmm.
to get him there.
Right.
I'm sure they themselves had to fight through crowds.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't the only one who was in a need.
Right.
And so I'm sure they had to fight through these crowds to
Right.
get him to where they needed him to go. And at that same token, I'm sure that they themselves had needs.
Right.
But they put their
They
needs
put their
aside
needs
for
aside.
this man.
Right.
So that's that person who you
Mhm.
want in your corner. Number one, you want someone who, hey, I need my prayer circle.
Right.
Let's get this thing
yes.
through.
Look, let's get on one
Not just
accord.
that. Yeah, we're as you said, on one accord. After we said these prayers, y'all, okay, what's our plan? We've
Mhm.
developed a plan
Mhm.
because we're helping each other
Right.
through this thing right here.
Right.
And again, that dependability
Mhm.
factor.
Mhm.
So I'm able to depend on you.
Mhm.
And so because he was on a bed and probably on a bed for such a long time, these were people who had been there for a long time. Think
Mhm.
about it.
Mhm.
And so those are people probably in today's time, probably your middle school friends, junior high friends,
Right.
high school,
Mhm.
and your college friends.
Right.
Because after that, I think studies show that in your lifetime you have an average of 29 friends and maybe 6 who will hang with you. So you want
Through
those
thick and
6,
thin, right.
yeah. You want those 6 who are gonna be there for you and with you at
Right.
all times,
Right.
at all milestones,
Right.
at every celebration,
Mhm.
whatever it is.
Right. And I didn't mean to cut y'all, sister, but if
Mhm.
I could go ahead and elaborate for those of you who don't know the story.
Mhm.
So because with every means necessary, what they did was, because it was so crowded,
Mhm.
they cut a hole in the roof and brought them down that way.
Mhm.
So they were using muscles and
Right.
everything else. And look, so put their fears aside, because
their
I don't know
fears
about you,
aside.
but I'm not climbing up on the roof.
Right.
But if I have to help you, you know what I mean? They cut a hole in the roof, and so they had to climb up themselves. So, like as you were saying, they put so many of their fear factors or whatever aside. They
Mhm.
put themselves aside for this man. So
Right.
again, like you said, just have those in your corner that's going to always be there no matter what, right?
Right, and you have to think about it. You have to reciprocate as well.
All right,
there's
that part. Don't forget
dependability
about that.
factor. Yeah,
Yeah,
you need me and I need you.
You scratch my
You-
back, I'll scratch
Yeah,
yours.
that's what you want.
Right.
So we know we were kind of long tonight, but we hope that we were able to bless you with that tonight. Just talking about that dependability and that reliability.
Right.
And we say it every night, but we hope we can rely on you to
Right.
go ahead and like us,
Share us.
talk to us, leave us some comments.
And sister, before we go with the subscribe, we do want you to subscribe, but some of you were asking about the link to our book, because it is available, right? So we will also put the link to the book in the comment section. So go ahead and check us out on that as well.
All right.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.